Hello friends, in this video I'll present to you the case study of startup called Taskbob and we will try to understand why Taskbob failed. So let's dive in. Taskbob started in year 2014. Let's first understand what were the major problems that Taskbob was trying to solve. Taskbob was trying to solve three problems in Indian market. The first problem was the problem of finding servicemen. Now we all need servicemen like plumbers, electric repairers, carpenters, and beauticians, right? But how do we find them? It is a challenging task. Second problem TaskBob was solving was the problem of quality of work. Now, even if we find the servicemen, we were never assured about the quality of work they offered. This was the second problem. The third problem they tried to solve was the problem of pricing. The service market was very much unorganized in India in 2014, and so these servicemen charged very high amounts, which led to customer dissatisfaction. And since there was no transparent pricing model, this was a huge problem for customers. So, these were the three major problems. Let's understand how TaskBob tried to solve these problems. So what TaskBob did is they listed all the servicemen on their website, and this way they solved the pain point of accessibility. People could now just go onto their website, select the category of their work, and could book the service right from their website at comfort of their home. The second problem of quality was solved by having a proper rate and review systems on the website. So people could get exact idea about the quality of work this serviceman provided. The third problem of pricing was solved by creating a standard transparent pricing model for each service. This way, the price was transparent and was visible on the website before booking, and no extra hidden charges were charged. Along with Taskbob, a competitor of its emerged in 2014. The competitor was a company called Urban Company. Today, in 2022, Urban Company is a successful company with a valuation of over $2.1 billion. dollars. But unfortunately, Taskbob failed in 2017 in 3 years. So, first, let's understand what is the business model of Taskbob. So TaskBob operates using a marketplace model. Now, what is a marketplace? Marketplace is a platform that connects buyers with sellers, and marketplace charges a small commission in between. Some examples of marketplace model are Fiverr, Airbnb, and XPZ. Now, how is Fiverr a marketplace? Fiverr connects you to the talent pool across the world. Suppose you want to get connected to web developers or app developers or logo designers. You could go on Fiverr and connect with these people and book their services. This way, Fiverr makes a small commission in between. Airbnb is also an example of marketplace model. Airbnb makes money by charging commission to people finding properties. Now let's discuss about XPZ. XPZ is also a marketplace model and it happens to be my startup as well. So at XPZ what we do is we connect people with industry experts and this way we charge a small commission in between. Let's now have a look at metrics related to TaskBob. So TaskBob after 6 months secured a funding of $4.5 million dollars as they proved that their idea was working and it was something that people needed. They raised these funds to go from 800 orders per day to 10,000 orders per day in next 2 years. To reach this high target, they acquired a startup called Zipper, which was operating in similar space. Now, why are acquisitions made? Acquisitions are made primarily due to two reasons. The first reason is to acquire a greater market share, and the second reason is to enter into new markets. Zepper was acquired to enter into new markets as well as to increase the market share. Let's first understand what went right for them. They completed 1.5 lakh orders in 2 years, which was a huge success for TaskBob. But unfortunately, they did not reach their target of 10,000 orders per day. They also listed 3,000 plus servicemen on their website, which was a difficult task back then in 2014. So these were all the details about the startup. But suddenly in 2017, the startup got shut down. The founder decided to call a board meeting and informed all the employees that they will be shutting down their operations. Now, what went wrong? Why did they fail? So, let's understand. The first point is that whenever you operate in a marketplace model, you have to satisfy your customers as well as yourselves. In case of Taskbob, these sellers were servicemen. And since you have to satisfy both the parties, there is very less commission that you get. And so you cannot even charge a high commission, or else the sellers will leave your platform. This was the main reason why Taskbob was not able to scale their operations and was never able to achieve profitability. The second reason was that they were not able to raise funds in next round because they did not meet the desired target of 10,000 orders per day. Third reason was that Taskbob faced strong competition from competitors like Urban Clap, Housejoy, Helpy, Localoy, and Urban Pro. This was also one of the reasons why they could not raise funds further. Now let me show you what founder of Taskbob said after they shut down their operations. So he said that even if they could create a significant difference in customers, service providers, and teams' lives, a solid business is created only by building scalability and profitability. And to achieve those in a low margin business and in a tough external market proved extremely daunting and difficult, more than what anyone could have expected. Said by Asim Khare, who is the founder of Taskbob. So, what does he mean by his statements? He says that achieving scalability and profitability was a very difficult task. And why was that? Because I discussed to you, it is a marketplace model. You have to satisfy both the parties, and in this process, you end up making very less commissions. So this is why unfortunately Taskbob had to shut down in 2017. So what are the learnings that we can derive from this startup? So first thing is for you to build a sustainable startup, either the frequency of people taking your product or service should be high or your margins should be very high. As you can see on the screen, sustainability depends on two factors which are frequency and margin. Taskbar failure was due to this reason that their frequency and margin both were less. Margins were less due to marketplace model and frequency were less due to the nature of their business. For example, if I called a AC repairer in my house or a beautician in my house, I am not going to need their service every day, right? I am going to need the service maybe twice a month or maybe in 3 months or so. But that is the main reason frequency was very less. So if you are looking to build a startup in future, you need to analyze the frequency as well as margin parameters. If your frequency is less, then you should try to increase the margin and vice versa. So you always have to try to generate new sources of revenue whenever you see that either frequency or margin is less. Now, one more important point that I want to make here is that Taskbar failed because it was not able to raise funds. Now, why was that? Because they did not achieve profitability. Yes, my dear friends, you need to understand this very well. Whenever you are operating in a competitive space, relying only on a funding is very bad choice. After 1 to 2 rounds of funding, you must become profitable in any case. Because how long will investors fund your loss making startup? You should have a clear path to profitability. I'm not saying you that be profitable for day one, but at least after 1 or 2 or 3 rounds of funding, you should be profitable. That is something you should take away from this video. Now, one more thing that I want to share is about the competitor of Taskbob. As I shared that Urban Clap is the competitor of Taskbob. Recently, in 2021, what happened is Urban Clap increased their commission by 5 to 8%. And so many women which were beautician in Urban Clap started revolting. This is the point I was trying to make earlier as well, that whenever you are operating in a marketplace model, make sure you satisfy your sellers. And so increasing your price will be a difficult choice for you. Increasing the commissions for yourself will be a difficult choice. This will lead to leaving sellers from your platform. So deciding your price is very important. Because remember that you can always decrease your commission, but increasing commission can cause some serious problems on seller side. So friends, this were the key learnings that you need to take away from this lecture. Thank you very much.